Hi everyone, this week we're going to continue with sixths on page 44, and at the end of the week we're going to move on to ninths on the next page. So for question 4 it says colour 1/6 of A, 2/6 of B, 3/6 of C and 5/6 of D. Now in each case it's 12 altogether, so you're going to have to draw 12 either circles or squares or whatever way you want to do it. I'm going to give you an example with 18ths instead, with 18 instead of 12, so that I can show you how to do it without giving you the answer. Now that's a bit wonky, isn't it? So the first thing to do is to check that it goes evenly into sixes, like as if I'm dividing it equally between 6 people. So one person will get 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. So I have 6 perfect groups. That means 6 people will get 3 each. Let's say they're Smarties. That person will get 3, 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 and all together I've got 6 people. So I know it fits in evenly. Now to find 1/6 of 18, what I'm going to do is colour in first group. So 1/6 of 18 equals 1, 2, 3. I think you'll find that part perfectly fine to do. The next part, it will ask you 2/6 of 18 or 3/6 of 18. So it's the same thing, but you're just basically being asked one person out of 6's part, but then they might want 2 people out of the 6 people's parts. So 2/6 of 18 is, well, if this was 1/6, I'm going to colour in these ones as well. So if you want, you can put it up the top. That's one person, that's 2 people, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2/6 of 18 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 3/6 of 18 equals, so I'm going to colour up here just to check. If you had it divided into groups, it would have looked like 1 group, 2 group, 3 groups, and those 3 groups are now coloured. Let me count to see how many altogether. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's all it's asking you, just with different numbers. Then 5 says draw diagrams for each of these. 1/6 of 24, 2/6 of 24, whatever. It's the same thing as I just did, except you're drawing them yourself, so it's not drawn for you. So remember, the trick is to start off with 6. So this one is 1/6 of 24, okay? You start off with 6, you can do squares, circles, whatever you want. So there I've got 6. I'm going to write 6 beside it to help me remember how far I've gone along. I need to go to 24, so I'm going to add another 6. That gives me 12. Another 6. That gives me 18. Another 6. And that gives me 24. In your copy, if you put them exactly on the squares of the copy, you'll see that they go underneath each other, because if you had it like mine, it's hard to do the groups. See how squashed it would be like that when I'm doing my groups. But if they're under each other in the copy, it'll be fine. So first thing to do is to check that it's evenly in groups of 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. You can put them on top if you want. Okay, and this is one group of 6, so if I coloured it in, I would say 1/6 of 24 equals 1, 2, 3, 4. Or let's say they want 3 of them. I'm going to colour in 3 groups. You can start from the top or from the back. It doesn't make any difference. You can even do it in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 3/6 of 24 is equal to 12. Remember, the other way to do it, if you like, is with division. So 24 divided by 6, that means how many times does 6 fit into 24? 6, 12, 18, 24, it fits in 4 times. And then 4 multiplied by 1 is 4. That's the same answer as we got there. Let's try it with, if there's a number on the top, it means you have to multiply something. So 24 divided by the bottom, so 24 divided by 6, 6, 12, 18, 24, it's 4 again. Except this time now we need to multiply 4 by 3, 4, 8, 12. Same answer. So the other way to do it, apart from drawing all the shapes, is divide by the bottom and multiply by the top. And that's what they ask you to do in question 6. So it says, now do these without diagrams. So there's 1/6 to 42 or 5/6 to 42 is A and B. So I'm going to show you how to do those ones. So 1/6 of 42. This one out. Okay. 1/6 of 42 equals. So my first step is to divide by the bottom and multiply by the top. So 42 divided by 6. If you know your 6 times tables, you don't have to do it like this, but might be a good way to start. So 6 into 4. 6, if I had a size 6 foot, it wouldn't fit into a size 4 shoe, so it doesn't fit. And I carry over the 4. 6 into 42, I have to use my 6 times tables. Remember, you can draw groups or you can use your tables. So 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42. So altogether it is 7. And then 7 multiplied by 1 is the same, 7. So 1/6 of 42 is 7. So the next one I wanted 5/6 to 42. Okay. So I'll leave that one there actually. 5/6 of 42. Now, if you want to start it all over again, you can. But if you look at the first step, 42 divided by 6 is going to be the same because that's what we did up here. Because divide by the bottom, it's the same. 42 divided by 6 or 42 divided by 6. So what we got was 7. But now we need to multiply it by the top. So 7 multiplied by 5. Now I know everybody knows their 5 times tables, so I'm going to use them. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So we have just found out that 5/6 of 42 equals 35. So you need to divide by the bottom, whichever number is on the bottom, and you multiply by the number on the top. So it's the big number. You divide that by the bottom and then you multiply the answer by the top. If it's a 1, you don't have to do anything, so that's really handy. Okay, so then we are on to page 45 and it is working with ninths. So 1 part out of 9 parts this time. And this is just like we've done a few times before with the other fractions. What fraction is red and what fraction is purple. So you just write red equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Something over 9. So let's say 8 of them are red. I'm going to pretend. I can see that it's not 8, but let's pretend 8 of them are red. I would write red equals 8 out of 9 parts, and purple equals 1 out of 9 parts. So whatever it is, you just draw it in like that with the 2 colors. That'd be 1A. Now that's not the answer this time, so just check it yourself. And then for part 2, you draw it out again and you just color in 2 parts out of 9, 4 parts out of 9, 5 ninths, 7 ninths, 9 ninths. So the hardest thing about this one would be trying to do a circle that has exactly 9 parts in it. That might be trickier than before. And that's all.